Hey, hello there, and a very, very good evening. Now, this is our last Planet Cruise show this year. My name's Sean. Yeah, of the year. It's our last one of the year. My name's Sean, by the way, but we've got 6 amazing deals for you. And we're wearing our Christmas jumpers. Justin's with us. Do you know, we agreed to wear Christmas jumpers, but yours is tasteful and mine's really like...
No.
What?
I've worn my Christmas jumper. I didn't say wear novelty jumpers. I said wear Christmas jumpers.
See, mine's on.
It's not like April Fool. And hang on. I mean, this looks fantastic.
It does, doesn't it?
Where's the Christmas music? We've got to have some Christmas music.
We'll
get into the Christmas spirit. We've got the glasses of champagne here.
I tell you, it is our last show this year, isn't it?
This year, yeah. Don't say that it's our last show.
Oh, no, it's our last show this year. And we have honestly got the most amazing deals, loads of exclusive deals. Just before we start, I have to say a big thank you to David and Sheila, who have been on over 100 cruises. They often book with us. They sent me a birthday card because it's my birthday tomorrow, but they've got the wrong... I had to laugh. They've got the wrong age. They thought I was 50 tomorrow. I'm not quite... All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm definitely not 50 tomorrow.
I tell you what, all I'm going to say is they have got your sense of humour down to a T. This is a very, very funny card, but yeah, no, that's very nice that you got a birthday card. I'm going to get birthday cards.
I'll save it for next year, all right? Anyway, we've got
Christmas music.
Hey!
Oh, this is Christmas now. Cheers.
Cheers, Justin.
Cheers.
It's been a great year, actually, hasn't it?
Do you know, and we've got so much to come tonight. I mean, this is now, you know, Christmas should be done. I know these are the last few bits and pieces you need to do. Look forward to next year. Give yourself a Christmas present. Because I tell you what, the deals that we've got tonight, some of them are brilliant, really good.
Well, we've got 6 amazing deals and something very special at the end of the show, haven't we?
Yeah, for those of you that have ever wanted to, you know, own your own yachts and sail around just on your own, these, you know, little hidden coves, and you go, yeah, I can't sail and I can't afford it. I tell you what, we have got the most beautiful. It is a 4-mast, 16-sail clipper. And this is Star Clippers. This is... They get into the little ports and the little areas where other ships can't reach.
And we've only featured them a couple of times before. The reason they're on tonight is because the deal is the best we've ever seen by far.
Yeah. So I think I can only remember them once, but yeah.
Anyway, we're going to start off with a fantastic all-inclusive.
All-inclusive. Cheers. This has got a running theme going here. And it is, you know, a recent bestseller because this particular cruise line has been selling very, very well. And at this price, let me just tell you, you can secure it for just £75 per person as a deposit. So if you're thinking you spent all your money for Christmas, put the deposit down. And this is for next October. You've got plenty of time, and it's with a great brand as well.
It is. It's with Marella Cruises, as many of you now know. Thompson Cruises, basically, with a brand new name.
Yeah, and of course you get the same great service, and of course a lot of the ship's crew have stayed on, so you've got that same friendly atmosphere that Thompson was always known for. But now with Marella, you have got a fantastic price. Honestly, I cannot believe this. And this is under £106 per person per night. And you've got the opportunity to extend the stay, but I'll tell you about that later on. Great for the kids. Great restaurants on board as well. They've got some specialty restaurants which do you do have a cover charge for, but you can see the atmosphere that you've got there. You've got the same great quality as well as you have with Thompson. Remember, this is all inclusive.
So that's tips as well, isn't it?
Yeah, tips are included as well. So, you know, it's not just the all-inclusive. Then you have got so much more. But with the whole sense, you've got that backup. You know, you've got the quality of service on board the ship. We've also got some great regional flights as well with some supplements. So depending on where you're flying from, let us know and we'll see what we can do for you. But there are some supplements for regionals. But all the prices that we're doing for you tonight are based on London Gatwick.
And, do you know, every time we feature Marella, they always turn out to be one of the top sellers of the show.
Yeah.
The customer feedback is amazing, and we always hear words like the ship was so friendly, the crew was so great, the entertainment was outstanding. Yeah. Time and time again. And value, you know, when it comes to value, doesn't really get better than this, does it?
Well, just think, your flights are included, you've got your food on board, you've got your drinks on board for £106 per night per person. And you just think how much it would cost you to have a hotel in the UK without entertainment. So, you know, you go to a show or if you go to a restaurant or a bar, how much are you going to spend? That is great value, and that's why this is one of the best sellers.
Well, you're going to get to see some beautiful places as well. So you first of all fly from London. We do have regional flights available, don't we?
Yes, yeah. Just ask your cruise specialist when you call. From the first port of call, it's just an absolute classic. We're going to Menorca, and that first port of call is a classic. You've got some great beaches there. You've got Cala Blanca, Cala Santa Maria, Cala Embrut, Cala Focat, and Cala Blanz as well. So fantastic that you're starting off in such a great destination. Then we're going to pop over to France for one day, off to Toulon. Now, this is quite a naval port, funnily enough, but this is actually where the Charles de Gaulle French aircraft carrier is. So you've got lots of ships actually in the port, and this is also the gateway to Provence. So you've got some great opportunities to get out and see the sights and sounds there. Highlight of the cruise for me, though, is Barcelona. Barcelona is a wonderful, wonderful city, and Barcelona really does.
It's one of my favourite places, and you know, I've probably been there I think about 4 times now. Actually, so much to see, so much to do. If you love your football, fantastic, of course. I love just wandering down Las Ramblas. Beautiful Gaudi architecture there, and just a great vibe. You know, Barcelona's a really sort of like buzzing place. You will never ever be bored. You've even got the beaches, of course. We often forget, but you've actually got those beautiful beaches there. So I've never actually spent time on the beaches. There's always been so much to see and do, but really, really vibrant place. And so just make the most of that fantastic day there. Do whatever you decide to do, and then we're making our way from Barcelona over to Valencia, aren't we?
You're doing such a good job there, Sean. I don't feel as if you know.
I like Barcelona. Yeah.
Did you tell them about Boca Chica and Boca Grande?
No,
you didn't,
no,
did you?
No,
you didn't. Anyway, we're off to Valencia. The old quarter is absolutely stunning, but you've also got the Ladro Museum there as well, so if you like your porcelain figurines. And there's also the Albufeira National Park, so plenty to see and do there. Then we're off to Cartagena. Of course, this is the Spanish Cartagena, not the South American Cartagena. And you've got Conception Castle, you've got the Punic War, you've got Murcia, the region, to go and explore there as well. And you've also got some fantastic museums when it comes to artwork. But just look at that. If you want to have a wander around, see some of the amphitheatres, get lost around the streets or head to the beach, there's plenty to see and do there. You go back to Malaga and then flying back to the UK, and that ends what could be a fantastic holiday. However, what you can do is you can extend it if you wish and add a 7-night hotel stay on in the Costa del Sol for just £239 per person.
Do you know what? Then you'd be away 2 weeks for less than £1,000, wouldn't
Exactly,
you? Yeah.
exactly. And bear in mind, all of the whilst you're on board on the cruise is all inclusive with your tips, but still £239 for a hotel break. That is great value.
Just looking fantastic shit.
It's absolutely lovely. It's not what you would usually expect.
I've got to say, when it comes to, say, Thompson, now called Marella, and we mentioned this earlier, but the value when you look at it, it is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially for the time of the year as well. October, it's going to be great to get away from the UK, get some winter sun.
Anyway, let's just quickly, because we've got loads to get through, but I just want to really recap what's included, because tonight, our final show this year, you're going to get a free upgrade to all-inclusive and all of your tips, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Now, the flights are based on London Gatwick, but we do have regional flights from most UK airports. Supplements will apply, but just ask our cruise consultants and they can talk you through. And as Justin mentioned, if you want to extend your stay and make it a 2-weeker, you can add on a 7-night hotel stay in Costa del Sol from only £239 per person. That's based on the 13th of May, 2018 departure date there. Now, price-wise, well, we've got great prices right the way through from May into October. And to be honest, even in peak season, they're still really good there, aren't they?
This is what Thompson was known for, and now Marella, their new name, this is what they continue. Great value for money.
And if you do want to push the boat up, just look at the suite prices.
Love the pun there.
Yeah, but the suite prices, they're really good. They're starting at just $989. Now, moving on to Pinot, I don't suppose you saw this morning.
No,
this morning, did you?
No.
I only saw a little bit of it, but there's a couple on there. I think they're called John and Vera they'd met on a kind of a
cruise?
a date.
Oh, right, okay.
A date. They'd only met for an hour.
Yeah.
And they decided to do a cruise together. They were in their 90s, and they did a cruise with P&O.
Yeah,
and
but then there you go.
And seriously, it was all over. I think it was all over the media today. But yeah, and the first cruise appeared now at the age of 90. So the point is, it is never too late, is it?
Yeah, and especially for those of you that are a little bit stuck in your ways, you know, this is a great opportunity, especially on a British ship like this. That if you like your good old-fashioned qualities, then this is Britishness with a twist, because it is so modern, so fresh, but it's got that essence of quality that's coming through.
And it's a last-minute deal, and it is amazing. You're going away to the Eastern Caribbean for under £1,200, and you're away actually over 2 weeks.
And it works out per night under £80 per person per night for the Caribbean.
To be in the Caribbean.
And the ports that you're doing, it's amazing.
Anyway, let's take you on board with our Glenn.
With over 8 places to eat, drink and socialise, a plethora of venues to unwind, or 5 fantastic entertainment venues, Azura is a destination unto itself. Dining on board Azura definitely takes centre stage. With 3 main restaurants to choose from and the choice of either club or freedom dining, you'll definitely have plenty of options. But for that real touch of home, how about an incredible afternoon tea designed by master patissier Eric Lanlard? Now, if you like a bit of spice, then Atakulcha Sindhu is definitely calling you. Blending together British and Indian cuisine, this is one not to be missed. And for the wine lovers out there, you need to pay a visit to Ollie Smith's Glasshouse. Split into 4 age groups with a boatload of activities and some seriously enthusiastic reef rangers on hand, your kids will be thoroughly entertained during your cruise. There are a host of games and toys to use, and new activities are planned daily. Plenty to keep the little ones amused while you head off for some shopping or maybe even the spa. Speaking of which, did you know there's a child-free zone on board called The Retreat? Well, there is, and you can get a spa treatment al fresco while you sit back and relax. Of course, there are more treatments available inside the Oasis Spa as well. And if you fancy working up a sweat, there's of course the gym as well. In the evening, why not head along to the Playhouse, Azura's 800-seat theatre, where you can catch any number of live performances. If you prefer something a little bit more intimate, then head along to either Malabar or Manhattan lounges, or maybe even head up to the pool to catch a film on the C screen. Whether you want an inside or a suite, there is a cabin on board Azura to match everybody's budget and taste. The insides are cosy but still come with the all-important tea and coffee making facilities. However, if you're looking to treat yourself, then why not go for a suite? Over twice the size of a regular balcony cabin and offering you not only a spacious bedroom but a living area as well. Oh, and if you really want to see how the other half live, then there's even a butler on hand.
Beautiful ships.
Lovely ships.
Yeah.
I spent 6 years on board P&O.
If you don't know, Justin, that's how you spent 6 years of
That's
life.
how I lost all my hair.
Hey, that's because he was partying all night as well.
But that's the great thing. It's a great lifestyle, and especially when, I know it's different because I was working, but, when you are on board ships, you make so many great memories and meet so many great people. And the place that you go, we were just discussing while Glenn was doing the serious stuff there, that this is quite a quirky itinerary, because I know what it's like, and I don't know whether you've seen this or heard this on your cruises, but you'll get some passengers that go, we've been to St Lucia before, we've been to Barbados before. But they're great places. Surely you go, I don't know. Yeah, but we've done them before. These, you've got all of those classics in there, but you've also got these quite unusual ports that have started to add into the itinerary.
It's a really...
Guadeloupe and Martinique. These are brilliant. And that's why you'll love this, even if you're a well-seasoned cruiser like myself. There's something for everybody. So let's crack on and take you on it. So you're flying out to Barbados, out to the sun, out to the Caribbean weather.
And this is only it's only about 5 weeks away, isn't it?
It's the end of January.
Yeah.
Put me down for it. If there's 2 spaces left, I'll go. But you've got a relaxing day at sea to basically familiarise yourself with the ship, find your way around, get everything booked in, and then you got your first port call, Guadeloupe. It's actually known as the Butterfly Islands because it's 2 islands that are actually joined by a bridge and a road in between. And it's absolutely stunning. It's one of the smaller Caribbean islands, so this is where you'll get your, literally driftwood white beaches and lots of water sports. Then you've got a biggie. This is a classic, Antigua. There's 365 beaches for 365 days of the year. But the actual port itself, it's got some fantastic, some of the best. And I'm not just saying that, but also the actual port itself. You've got some great fashion brands that are there, great casinos, great duty-free, and there's always usually a steel band playing in the courtyard. So it's a really good port area.
Place.
Nice relaxing day at sea, and then you're on to Grand Turk. Now, Grand Turk is one of these islands that a lot of the cruise lines will invest heavily into the Caribbean, and this is one of the places that you just literally want to step onto the beach and you're transported back in time. There's hardly anything there, but that's why you go, because it is so unique. It is like being shipwrecked on a Caribbean island. You're like, brilliant.
I'm just looking, I mean, yeah, it looks so relaxed.
Oh, yeah, and you know, you've got Great Barrier Reef here as well. We'll be talking about the Barrier Reef a little bit later on when we get to Australia, but really is fantastic. Then we're off to the Dominican Republic, Amber Cove, and as the name suggests, Amber Cove, it's part of the Amber Coast. This is also where they filmed a lot of Jurassic Park. So you've got the inland, which is very green, very lush, very tropical, very rainforest, and you've got those wonderful beaches as well. Particularly the national park's really good to go to, and this is one of the ports that I'd recommend getting a taxi and going to see some of these lagoons and go and seeing some of these waterfalls. Have a little bit of a barter with the locals, get to know them, get out and see the island. Anyway, day at sea, and then we're into St Kitts. Now, St Kitts, again, great port for facilities. You've got Port Zante, which is here where you get all of your local handicrafts and markets. So, you know, if you want to get some Hawaiian shirts, if you want to get some conch shells, anything sort of really, you know, traditional Caribbean, that's the place to get it, and some great water sports and activities. Then we're off to Martinique. Now, this is stunning. This is French West Indies now. So you've got Martinique, St Martin and Guadeloupe and St Bart's. This is like the Saint-Tropez of the Caribbean. This is where the rich and famous go to be seen and see others. It really is fantastic. It's also the home of Napoleon's Empress Josephine as well.
So
you've got fantastic history there. Then we're off to St Lucia. Very good friend of mine would highly recommend going up to the Pitons. He recently did this. He said it was absolutely amazing. Go up to the Pitons. Which is also the local beer is named after the two pitons there. There's the one of the oldest towns, which is sulfury, and the port that you usually stop in is Castries, which again has got all the local facilities, you know, great duty free, great Caribbean, but also some great beaches you can just get taxis to and head on out. Then we're off to Grenada. Now, Grenada is Spice Island. They've got a fantastic marketplace, and it's for the locals and it's for the tourists as well.
I remember all the smells were amazing.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you go into the marketplace, see where the old British post box is still there. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
In the middle of the Caribbean, and there's this post box. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But the place to definitely go is Grandans Beach. Get a water taxi from the quayside. It's just 5 minutes round. It's a life. It's literally the trip of a lifetime. You'll never forget it. You'll get round to Grandans Beach, and there's like 7 miles of beach. Great hotels there as well. Then off to St Vincent. St Vincent, I've actually got relatives out here. Believe it or not. Bizarrely, I was in Barbados and there was a dive shop where they sold scuba gear called Hazel Scuba Shack. And I went and I said, excuse me, I said, Hazel, do I get a family discount? Because that's my surname. And they're like, no. And we got chatting, and he actually had relatives that were from St Vincent that came over from the UK in the 1700s. So there you go. So if you want to go somewhere where everybody's absolutely bonkers and start raving mad, then go to St Vincent, because you'll be in my family territory. Yeah. It'll be great. Anyway, then we're off to Barbados. This is one of the things that P&O do so well. They always put in a Barbados overnight. Bridgetown's great in the daytime, but if you go out in the evening, it's one of the friendliest and one of the most comfortable places I've ever been at night in the Caribbean. You've got to go to St Lawrence Gap, you've got to go to Christchurch, there's all the good bars and restaurants down there. You've got to go to Harbour Lights. I mean, I was going to Harbour Lights before the lot from Essex got there and made it trendy, and the boatyard as well. It's absolutely superb. Finish there and then back to the UK, and that ends a pretty epic Caribbean journey. It
is an amazing deal. I mean, so many ports and wonderful places there when you see the map, and because it is a last-minute deal, the price tonight, I think,
end of January.
I know, which is a hideous time in the UK. I'm sorry, it's so depressing, isn't it?
I know.
You want to escape.
Who'd want to be stuck here at the end of January?
It's true that. I honestly, I love going to the Caribbean in January, February.
Do you want to go?
I'd love to. I don't have any holiday left.
I was going to say they'd be a bit stuck, wouldn't they?
No, I don't have any holiday left. Overnight, anyway, on board in Barbados in this one. Oh, you can upgrade to a balcony. That's really good, actually, from under £34 per person per night, and return flights based in London. Price-wise, just let me quickly show you these, because great prices, but the best price is that lead date on the 27th of January. And
24th looks good as well.
Actually,
it's your birthday.
Is that your birthday? Go on your birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, all amazing prices. But if you want the last minute deal, then give us a call tonight. I think that will sell really fast. Now we also have another fantastic offer with P&O.
Now this it leads quite nicely from Azura, because the actual godmother who named her was Darcy Bostle, the dancer off of Strictly Come Dancing. And if you've just been watching the final and you're really into dancing, we know that there's a lot of people that's been looking for Strictly themed cruises, and P&O have done an exclusive with them. They've done a fantastic deal, and you will get not only the Strictly Come Dancing crew, and I'm talking Gorkas are going to be on there as well. You've got Craig Revel-Horwoods as well. He's going to be on board. And Katia as well.
Oh, is Katia going to be on?
Who's just won with Joe McFadden as well. So she's going to be on board. As well as that, you've also got Atul Kutcher as well, who's got the Indian restaurant on board, which is Sindhu. Fantastic opportunity. So if you do like your Strictly themed cruises, you get talks and lectures. They bring a lot of the costumes on board. The costume department do a presentation about how they make the costumes. And, well, if you understand the ballroom and Latin world, that is fantastic.
I thought that'd be a lot more expensive than it is. It's really good. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
So again, just ask the team about that. But we have got prices starting from $949.
Anyway,
Justin was going to do a bit of the cha-cha, but we haven't got time, unfortunately. But I know, I know. Next time.
All those years of training.
I know. We're going to do it together. We've been practicing. We haven't got time. Anyway, Norwegian Cruise Lines are next. One of the best prices we've seen this year, $779. And it's a 10-night Canary cruise, so pretty much guaranteed great sun. But, and the best fare guaranteed on this one, we should say.
You're not going to find it cheaper anywhere else. And if you do, let us know.
Well, we've honestly got, the most amazing deal. But here's Keith and Glenn to say a bit more about the Norwegian Cruise Line experience.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten-free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. Or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile with dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. There are exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities. And balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
There we go. I was just getting get into it.
I think...
Take your jacket off and get into it.
Just looking at $779
Christmas.
10 nights away.
£78 per person per night.
But again, it's a late deal, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at the date there. That's how many weeks away? Is that 14th of Jan?
Don't ask me how many weeks away it is.
So what is it today? The 19th? Yeah, that's less than 4 weeks.
Is it 4 weeks?
Less than 4 weeks.
Yeah, just 2
less
weeks
than
into
4
January,
weeks.
still with 2 weeks. Yeah. But still, that's £78 per person. You won't be able to stay at home for that.
I know.
And look at the places that you're going. Talking of which, so, let's go there.
So we fly. The great thing is we're flying you over to Barcelona. So
yes, and if we can, we will be able to offer the opportunity. If you want to book an extra night, then please ask.
No, of course,
where we can, we do. Relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Casablanca, into Morocco. I just love going to Morocco, going to the souks, going to the markets, the bazaars, having a barter, coming back with a carpet and a snake and something else that I don't need. It's just, but you know, it's just that great thing that you've got to go and...
Yeah, we're just hearing you probably wouldn't be allowed to take the snake.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. But go and see some of the mosques, go and see some of the markets, and of course this is the home of Rick's Bar as well. So the famous Casablanca movie, it was never there originally, but there is a bar there now where they've got the fezzes, they've got the white tuxes, and you can go in there. And if you don't, you know, you'll regret it. I mean, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but for the rest of your life. Oh, you got, come on. Oh. Come on. Anyway, then we're off to the Canaries. We've got a relaxing day at sea. First port of call is Gran Canaria. And this, well, you've got so much. You've got the Bandana Crater, which is in the centre of the island. So if you want to go and see sort of the tropical rainforest, then you can do. But quite cosmopolitan. You've got boutiques. You've got really nice sort of shops. And this is one of the main port areas where you actually dock. There's some great restaurants and bars there. And there's actually an esplanade that you can walk for about 7 miles to the left-hand side, so well worth getting out there. Tenerife, classic. You've probably been there on your family holidays in the past.
Many times.
Great shopping there. If you want to do something with a family, head to Loro Park, which is the water sports park. They've also got parrots and dolphins and sea lions and gorillas as well. And Santa Cruz is really, really popular.
I went a little bit higher up into the mountains.
Oh, you went to Mount Teedy?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Madeira, one of my favourite ports of call. I keep on saying that, but it is. There's so many great memories. Madeira is one of those ones you've got to get out. You've got to taste the local produce. The flower market is one to go. Definitely buy some flowers and take them back to the cabin, because it's just the birds of paradise. Beautiful, great Madeira cake, obviously, and Blandy's Madeira wine. And you've got to do the old wicker basket run. If you don't know what the wicker basket run is, look it up online or ask your cruise specialist, because they'll be able to book it with you.
Yeah, I was there earlier this year, but I did chicken out the wicker basket.
What?
I did, I know.
What are you like?
I was with my mum when she's 77. I just didn't think she'd handle it, that's all.
You big Jess. What's the matter with you?
Sick of my mum.
Mum, you'd have gone down, wouldn't you? Anyway.
Right, Malaga's next. Anyway, day at sea.
Yeah, Malaga, tapas, shopping, Alcazaba Fort as well. These are all of the notes that I've made on Malaga. No, great day out in Malaga. It's a classic Spanish port. And same with Alicante, to be fair. Alicante was more of a newer port as I was sort of just leaving. And it's really developed. They've got some great local markets. There's some of the great wicker baskets and jugs and pottery that you can bring back. Alicante is definitely up there. And then back to Barcelona. Remember, you can extend your stay if you want to stay for a couple of nights. Do ask your cruise specialist for details.
So just to recap, what's included here? It's a great one, so only a few weeks away. So tonight, because we want you to know what a great deal that we've actually got on this one, we've got the best fare guaranteed, and your service charges are included in that price. So you know you get the most amazing deal with Planet Cruise tonight. Just to mention, you can add on a 2-night Barcelona hotel stay, should you wish. Again, just call for details. Return flights are based on London Gatwick. If you would like to add a drinks package, then they are available as well. Again, just ask the cruise consultants about those. And price-wise, well, we start off $799 on the 4th of January. Best price is actually on the 14th. That's the lead price. But to be fair, really good right the way through February and March as well. And actually, if you look at the prices of the balconies, quite a few of those are selling out actually. But some great prices on outside and balconies as well. But I think it was amazing at that price.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really good.
They're all good tonight. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
There's so many to choose from. And again, if you want something completely unique, and we're talking not a cruise ship, we're talking a clipper, sails, masts.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the end. Anyway.
Just thinking, obviously, you know, I mean, January's a great time to book a cruise, but quite often, the last few weeks, you know, before kind of Christmas, you do get some really good deals, don't you?
Because,
you know?
Again, a lot of people are spending money on Christmas. Yeah. A lot of these are deposit only. And people forget that. If you just want to put a deposit down, make that call.
It's actually a really good time to book a cruise tonight. But I was very lucky to cruise around Australia.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Cruise number 23.
25.
Oh, 25, sorry, darling.
But no, I was very lucky. I travelled to Australia and New Zealand for the first time earlier this year, and I loved it. But the price tag, I'm just thinking what your flights would cost to Australia.
I dread to think what they'd cost.
Yeah.
They would be in the thousands, wouldn't they? And we're not talking about business class. We're talking about just normal economy or premium economy. They would be expensive.
Yeah, you're talking about late hundreds at least, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, well, they are including this in your way for over 2 weeks to Australia for 1,749. And you're staying in Sydney as well, aren't you?
Great way to acclimatise, and a great city to see.
So we're going to fly you over to Sydney. Obviously, that is included in the price we just mentioned. Yep. You're there for 3 nights in a 4-star hotel. I absolutely love Sydney. You were saying earlier, yeah, one of the cleanest cities.
I cannot believe how clean and how safe and how organised it is. You actually dock not far from the Rusty Hangar, the Sydney Bridge, and just opposite the Opera House, so you get to see those straight away. The water taxi, there's actually a water bus that you can go around, which is quite cheap and inexpensive and definitely worth doing.
And I actually did the bridge climb when I was there.
Yeah, bridge climb. Yeah, definitely recommend that. Go up into the rocks as well. There's some good restaurants up there with some unusual meats. Yes. If you want to try crocodile or ostrich or anything like that.
Crocodile wasn't too bad, actually.
No, it's like chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Everything's like chicken.
But the Opera House is amazing, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. You know, head on into town, and you can go across, and you can go and see the koalas at the zoo. But there's plenty to see, and I tell you, you'll have plenty of chances for zoos when you get a little bit later. But
you were there for 3 nights in a wonderful 4-star hotel, and then, of course, you embark the Sea Princess. So let's just have a little look.
I know this ship well.
Go on then. I know Princess, but not the ship.
Oh no, this ship is classic. This is actually one of the White Sisters. She actually went back to the Princess line after P&O, and yeah, some great memories. A good size ship.
Well, I was very impressed when I cruised with Princess, but here's Jade to tell you a little bit more.
Regardless of which Princess Cruises ship you get on, you'll find yourself with a host of dining, entertainment and relaxation options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the traditions of set-time dining or you prefer to pick when, where and who you eat with, the option is yours on board a Princess ship. Princess Cruises have always taken speciality dining to the next level, from the sumptuous steaks in the Crown Grill through to the incredible Italian flavours of Sabatinis. The first of 2 new offerings is Steamer's Seafood, where you can feast on amazing shellfish, all accompanied by generous sides and dipping sauces. The second new taste sensation is Planks, serving up American-style barbecue options on planks, loaded with 4 meats, chilli, coleslaw and fries, and some really incredible looking desserts. Princess Cruises love looking after the whole family during your cruise. Camp Discovery offers 3 different age categories and areas, all themed in collaboration with the Discovery Channel. Children aged 3 to 17 will have everything they need to keep them amused for hours at a time. Whichever Princess Cruises ship you go on, you are sure to find something entertaining happening. From the street performers in the Piazza through to the full Broadway-style productions in the Princess Theatre. But this is Princess, so we can't talk about entertainment without mentioning the movies under the stars up here on deck. Whichever stateroom you pick, you'll get comfortable beds, a flat-screen TV, mini bar and bathroom with shower. If you're looking for a bit of extra outside space, then an upgrade to a balcony is a must. For that touch of luxury though, suites are the perfect option, offering you extra space and amenities in your room and complimentary access to the Lotus Spa thermal suite, amongst other exclusive benefits.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw Cruise with Princess a little while ago and had a great time. Very high standards, really high standards.
And great itinerary. I tell you, the itinerary that you're going to see here, I mean, straight away you've got Sydney that you've done for 3 days, and then you have a couple of nice relaxing days at sea before you start getting back into your ports.
And I think, you know, because you are travelling a fair way, you want to see as much as possible. You do get to see an awful lot on this one. And I mean, I still can't get over the price. I'd expect that to be a 2 at least, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, but and when you break that down, I think it's something like £110 per night per person.
What would you expect it to be near to £3,000? Anyway, we better crack on. So, you're on board, you've got the first few days at sea, so no doubt you'll be just sunbathing, get a nice tan.
Chill out.
Chilling,
just find your favourite watering holes. And then into Arley Beach. Now, this is basically Whitsunday Islands. This is, you know, your gateway to that. So it's absolutely fantastic. You've got great opportunities here for the Great Barrier Reef as well. And there's also some lovely little rivers that you can go up, little kayaking, or you can go and see the crocodiles as well. Which sounds a bit strange that I've just said about kayaks and crocodiles together. But, you know, here's the whole thing, you know, see the wild side of life. Then we're off to Cairns, and this is Queensland, Cairns. You've got a fantastic, I've got to recommend this, the Kuranda Scenic Railway. You've got to go and see this. It's a classic railway carriage. It's back to the 1800s, and it winds its way all the way through the rainforest. It's fantastic. If you want to do that elevated, then you can do the Sky Rail, which is actually through the canopy of the rainforest itself. And you can also go to Yorkneys Knob, or you can go go to Cairns and see some of the views there as well. Absolutely fantastic. Then we're off to Port Douglas. This really does, again, encompass, you can do so much outdoor activities in Australia. I'd actually recommend to really have a good chat with a cruise specialist tonight about the tours that are on offer, because you want to break them up, because sometimes they are big tours, but like you said earlier on, you don't want to travel all of this way and then get there and not do it. You've got to tick it off the list. Then we're off to Willis Island, and this is a day at sea. So this is cruising Willis Island. So again, sometimes they have a commentary on board, but this is just one of those relaxing days to get up on the promenade deck and just enjoy that wonderful view. Then we're off to Brisbane after another day at sea. And, well, Brisbane, this is the Gold Coast now. 26 miles of beaches. This is also got the zoo. I mentioned to you earlier on about waiting for zoos. If you remember Steve Irwin, the crocodile. Yeah. This is where his zoo and his family still run the zoo itself. So it's fantastic to go and see Steve Irwin's zoo there. And also Castlemaine Forex. Other lagers are available. But the brewery and the ale house is there. So if you can do one of those tours, and it really is, this is where you want to go surfing. It just try it, go bodyboarding. You've got to say that you've been to Australia, you know, that you've hit the waves and caught some surf and hang 10 and walk the dog and all that malarkey that they talk about. Well, I don't know. I just watch Point Break and go, yeah, I want to be Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves and look cool. But look at those koalas. Definitely, you've got to go to that zoo and see the koalas and see the wildlife, and see some kangaroos as well.
And then a final day at sea, and then, of course, back to Sydney where you're disembarking your flight. Oh, it's amazing, this one. I really do.
I'd love to go back to Australia.
Well, there you go.
April. In fact, yeah, I'm actually... that'd be a good opportunity.
Well, let's just remind everyone what's included. Honestly, I think it's one of the best offers we've ever had for Australia. So 3 nights in a full-stay hotel in Sydney to start with. We can actually, add extra days and things as well. If you are going on the 15th of September date, the itinerary actually operates in reverse, and return flights, of course, from London. All of that at 1749. Let's just show some prices. If that date's no good for you, then we've actually got a date in March and also a date in September as well, and really good upgrades on the outside and the balcony as well. Really like that one. And I definitely want to go back to Australia at some point. Definitely.
Can I just ask you just a random question?
Yeah, go on.
Have you ever been sailing? Not cruising, but sailing?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
How big was the...
Oh, tiny.
What, 44 sort of foot?
Oh, I mean...
It wasn't a mirror, was it?
No, I'd say back.
Did you hoist the jib and the main mast and reef knots?
Friends of mine have got a little sailing ship and they live in the Isle of Wight, so it was.
If say for instance they'd gone below decks and they'd said look after it, would you have been able to sail it?
No.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Stay tuned. All will be revealed. All will be revealed.
But I had a great time. It was the little trip I had over to the Isle of Wight was lovely. But we've got something far bigger. Anyway.
And safer than Sean sailing.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned. All will be revealed in about 8 minutes' time. But our penultimate cruise tonight is with Celebrity.
Yeah.
And on board,
I know you're a massive fan.
I am, particularly the ship, actually, the Reflection. And I will be on board the Reflection in March. Yeah, it's one of my favourite ships of all time.
This is in May.
I know. And I'm not being funny, but for Celebrity, I mean, they are a premium brand, 5-star modern luxury. This is a great price, isn't it?
It's quite unusual, because the thing is with Celebrity, you pay a little bit more for Celebrity, but you get what you pay for. Yeah. You get exceptional quality. You get the Lawn Club, which, yes, that is real grass on board a cruise ship. They've also got this the quality of the cabins, all Egyptian quality, Egyptian cotton sheets and bathrobes. It really is fantastic. But it's the style, it's the service on board. The fact that you can get one of the best wine collections at sea. Oh, the thermal spa.
The Persian Gardens there, the library. But everything is just so modern, so luxurious, elegant. So the most incredible ships in terms of design. And the standards, I've never, ever been disappointed. Never.
They've always pushed the boundary. I mean, Cuisine is the first restaurant at sea to have the iPads that you can order from. They've got the molecular bar as well, where you can...
Oh, the shows, I mean... Yeah. God, just looking here. Honestly, the shows are spectacular.
It's just... I always used to have cruise ship envy. I always used to look on the quayside and go, wish I was on that.
And honestly, out of all the ships, the Reflection, my personal favourite with Celebrity. Yeah. Anyway.
Personal recommendation there from Sean.
Yeah, honestly, she's amazing. But this one...
Good itinerary.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Classic Mediterranean. We're heading off to Rome. This is your embarkation port, but you can add a night if you do wish. So again, ask the cruise specialist. Straight into your ports, though, we're into Florence and Pisa. Of course, it's the port of Livorno, which is a great port itself. But if you want to travel a little bit further, you can't go all that way and not go and see the Leaning Tower and go and see David or the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. So definitely go and see and do that. Next port on the itinerary, south of France, one of my favourite ports ever. So much so that I actually went back there after my cruising days, which is Villefranche, which is the port for Nice. If you've done Nice or you've done Monaco before, then stay in Villefranche. It is such a beautiful little town. There's some great... You can actually walk around the bay, right round to the other part, which is St. John Cap Ferrat, which is absolutely stunning, or go on into Nice. Barcelona, we touched on earlier on, and you can get to do that overnight. If you're there overnight, definitely go to Boca Chica or Boca Grande. Relaxing day at sea, and then into Gibraltar. Go and see the monkeys, go up the rock. And, oh, sorry, no, Barbary apes. Are they Barbary apes?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. One
monkeys.
of our viewers corrected you, didn't
Monkeys.
they? Yes.
They're monkeys. That's why they're monkeys, aren't they? I tell you what, don't feed them, or else I'll set them on you.
Do you know what? When I went, they were really friendly to me.
Were they?
Yeah.
Deary me.
But they actually think... I think
that's how I feel.
No, they thought I was one of them, I think, with the beard.
Well, no, to be fair, he's probably going, I'm not a monkey, I'm a Barbary ape. Anyway, Gibraltar, great for duty-free, and it was my first ever port and the bizarrest experience ever. I was expecting everything to be in a foreign language and Spanish.
No, it's so British, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah.
Have they still got the shop just around the... Yeah, probably. Anyway, then we're off to Malaga. We touched on this earlier. Really is great for tapas and great for your quintessential Spanish port. And the same with Cartagena as well. We did this earlier. Lots of history in Cartagena. So if you do want to go out on one of the historic tours, see some of the forts there, then I can highly recommend that. And then, this is what I like about this particular 11-night cruise. You finish off in Ibiza. And Ibiza, I don't know, there's something iconic about Ibiza. Whether it's, you know, the sort of the nightlife, whether it's the old town, it's a great place.
Very different sides to Ibiza.
Oh, two different sides.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you should, well, if you catch the sunset and you get a chance to stay until the ship goes, then, yeah, it really comes alive. There's some great little hidden coves. And the old town is absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, you'll definitely enjoy that.
And then a final day, so just make the most of that beautiful ship Reflection. You'll be really sad to leave her, actually. Final day at sea, and then disembarking, of course, in Rome. Now, we've got the price on the screen for the inside, but we have got some great upgrades as well. This is Reflection. Just have a final look at it. Look at all the outside space, all that wonderful lawn club. The Sunset Bar is, honestly, it's one of the most beautiful bars at the back of the ship. At night time, gorgeous mood lighting, gorgeous music, beautiful seating as well. You can see here. This is gorgeous.
The alcoves are lovely.
Oh,
you can book the alcoves and you can have your...
And the lawn club grill that you
baskets,
just saw,
yeah.
you can even cook your own... I mean, I was lazy, I didn't, but you can cook your own food there if you want to.
Yeah.
And there's the Ocean View Cafe as well, with a vast selection of wonderful food. Great casino as well on board. But anyway, this is what's included. Free... now, yes, I mentioned some upgrades. You get a free classic drinks package on Ocean View and above. And believe me, that is a brilliant drinks package. On board, overnight on board, I should say, in Barcelona. If you want to add on an extra 2 nights in Rome, you can do that as well. Just call for details. And return flights based... Oh, my teeth have fallen out just, haven't they? Return flights based on London Gatwick.
Well done.
Is this real champagne that we're drinking? Is that what it is?
Well, you sniffed it.
No, it's been topped up twice under the film, yeah.
I've just been on the water, I'm driving.
Sorry, no, mine's been topped up loads. Anyway, here's all the prices that we've got. Some great prices on Aqua Class as well, so do ask about Aqua Class. But we've got prices starting at less than £1,100. Now, I mentioned about that great classic drinks package. You can imagine what I'm like after I've had this drinks package. But yes, you've got specialty teas and coffees. I love my lattes, my cappuccinos, my flat whites. All of those included. All your bottled waters, assorted juices. So it's not just about the alcohol, but you do have a fantastic selection of beers, spirits, wines, cocktails, some real premium brands as well. So that is included with the classic drinks package. I'll leave that alone now, Justin.
Move
it away.
the glass away from Sean.
Well, it's nearly Christmas, isn't it? Now, our final...
I've been looking forward to
I
this.
know. Well, we both have, haven't we?
No, the thing is, and this is no word of a lie, that when I was actually on board, you know, cruise ships are beautiful, but when you see something like this...
look at this.
This is what you're going to be spending your holiday on. It is a classic clipper, 4 masts, 16 sails, 360 feet long. And for those of you anoraks out there like me who talk about tonnage, yeah, you sort of 70, 80,000 ton ships, which are the small ones, your 150,000 ton ones. This is just over 2,500 tons.
Wow.
And she's 170 passengers maximum.
The smallest cruise ship I've been on is 30 tons. With several hundred passengers. So how many passengers? 170. Wow. Yeah. It's going to be the most beautiful, intimate experience. But I mean, that's like a dream, isn't it, being on board?
I can remember, I've taken pictures of these ships around the world, and I can remember in the Caribbean, it was one of those sort of whimsical fancies that I was like, you know, one day I'm going to get off of that ship on leave, and I'm just going to walk across to there and get on with me sandals, flip-flops, shorts, one shirt, and just sit there and just watch the world go by. It is, for those of you that want to completely unplug, unwind, this is perfect. And you're going to get to see some amazing places.
Oh,
some amazing places. Really is that a hint to talk about where we go?
Now, we should point out as well that we've only featured at Star Clipper, I think, twice before, actually.
Yeah.
But the reason why they're on tonight is because the price is absolutely outstanding. We never get anywhere near this price.
I was going to say, when we get a great price on Star Clipper, that's
Yeah.
when we bring it to you. So that is
So
why.
tonight is honestly the night. We think this will go. Bear in mind, there are only a few places. You know, there's only a maximum of 170 passengers, and you're going to get to see places that the cruise ships simply can't get to.
No, quite literally. And it's an experience you would never have.
But it does start with, obviously, your flight to Bangkok, London to Bangkok. You get an overnight flight, and you get a night in a 5-star hotel here, don't we?
Yeah, and you know, an overnight in Bangkok, great to acclimatise, great to go out and see some of the nightlife as well. Fantastic area to go and experience the food, the culture. It's fantastic, but this is just preparing you for one of the best experiences ever, because your first day at sea is in a small cove. And when I say a small cove, it's that small we haven't even got a photograph of it. It's called Koh Phangan. And this is absolutely beautiful. But before that,
I was going to say,
do you want to have a look on board?
I'd love to. So let's give you a taster of Star Clipper. I mean, first of all, just looking at those sails. Did you say 16 sails?
16 sails, 4 masts.
Yeah,
of course, this is the complete fleet of ships. The one that you're actually going to be on is the Star Clipper itself. But the fact of the matter is, you know, drop the anchor. Quite literally, you'll be pulling up into a beautiful little bay, dropping the anchor. They've got 2 pools on board, by the way, but there's one massive pool. It's called the ocean.
Yeah.
And but this is the thing, you know, when you see the rich and famous and you think, wow, I'd love to do it, this is your opportunity to do it. And if you've done your big cruise lines, if you've done your resorts where it is like a theme park at sea, you can get involved and learn. You don't have to do it, but just imagine standing up there and actually understanding what it's like. Being on some of the cargo nets and having the, you know, the sea air and the spray coming up over the flying fish. It would just be amazing.
An amazing fine dining, and it's open dining, of course, as well.
And it is quite relaxed. You know, it's the type of thing that if you've got a smart shirt and some chinos, then you're going to fit in perfectly.
And you know, I know lovely intimate bars, the piano bar as well.
I was just going to say, talking romantic moments, to give you some sort of an idea of how unique and how special this particular cruise is. One of our staff from the office, he actually took his new wife on their honeymoon on board this ship, and he said it was absolutely stunning.
And you can see real traditional ship here with mahogany, all of that beautiful, beautiful wood there.
Oh, you are going on board a ship.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's not a hotel, it's not a resort, it is a ship.
What's the date on this one? My new holiday allowance starts on the 1st of April. What? It does.
Hang on.
No, seriously, I'm not joking.
We're not allowed a phone in the studio. Can we get...
No, seriously, I would love to do this.
No, can I just say, I know that you're a big cruise fan, and I know that you like your ships, and this is such a unique experience that if you don't do it once in your cruise life, you'll regret it. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, OK. Right, let's see, because there's lots of places I've not been to as well.
Yeah.
So we've already had our little stay in Bangkok,
Yeah,
haven't we?
first port of call is Koh Batang. This is very close to Langkawi. So if you know Malaysia, Langkawi, really beautiful island. And then we're off to Penang, which is our second day. And again, you know, you're pulling into ports. Penang, you know, it is a port. It's quite commercialised. You can go out, you can do your tours, you can do your bits and pieces. There is the beaches there as well. But I can't emphasise this enough. It's not about the ports. It's about the way. It's the lifestyle, the way in which you enjoy your cruise. Because the next day is Koh Adang. Now, the Bhutan group of islands, so you've done Koh Bhutan, now we're Koh Adang. There's 61 islands in this particular region, and look at that.
I mean, imagine just sailing into there and just stepping off. I mean,
The sails flapping in the wind.
oh,
You know, you're on the cargo net, you're having a glass of wine, you just, you know, somebody's gone, have you seen that ship? Everybody's taking photos of it. It's just absolutely stunning.
it is going to be a trip unlike any other, isn't
And
it?
these beaches are absolutely
Yeah,
pristine.
yeah, we can see.
On to the next island and a cove. And I do have to point out, they can't, if they don't go into one cove, they'll move on to the next one. It's kind of fluid. It's kind of, well, don't worry, we'll find somewhere nice. We're off to Koh Rock Nok, and this is part of 15 islands that make up Koh Lanta. So I can highly recommend Koh Lanta. I was there earlier on this year, and Koh Lanta as an island is superb, and the smaller islands, I mean, the bay that we were in was just heaven. I'm considering booking up, and I don't do holidays. So that gives you some sort of an idea. Also, from here you can actually go to the National Marine Park as well. So definitely one to do. Then we're off to Penang Nang Bay and Koh Hong. Again, this is very, very small, localised islands. It's more the man with the golden gun. This is more your mountains and the trees and the rainforest. There's some fantastic water sports that you can do on board as well. There are supplements that you'd have to pay for that, but there's things like scuba diving and water skiing. And again, these are the iconic islands that you will see on postcards, in films. I absolutely loved it. I thought I was on a film set, and again, to see it, it is just heaven, it's bliss. Then we're off to Simon Islands, and this particular area, definitely go underwater. If you can, go snorkeling, go scuba diving, because look at what you've got there. I mean, that reminds me of Koh Lanta. You know, all of this region is just stunning. And then you're off to finish your cruise in Phuket. And this is where you stay overnight in a 4-star hotel to round off your cruise. But I can't emphasise this enough. The way in which you do this cruise, the things that you see are completely unique. Sign me up in a heartbeat. I'd love to do this.
Same here, same here. And we have got a feeling at this price, it is going to go very, very quickly.
We can't bring this to you this often because simply we don't get prices like this. That it's so rare.
So sometimes at this time of year is the best time to book a cruise. And I just hope if you're as excited as we are by this, I just hope that you give us a call tonight. Let's just break down what's included. So you've got the extra hotel stays. So you're getting a night in a 5-star hotel in Bangkok, and then the other night, of course, in the 4-star hotel in Phuket. The Southeast Asia tall ship sailing adventure is a unique adventure, unlike anything else we've ever had on the show in the last 10 years, it's fair to say, and return flights from London as well. Price-wise, let's just break this down for you. The inside there starts at $1,799, but we have got some amazing prices on the outside, the large outside. And actually, for all of our single ladies and gents, the single price, particularly on the 25th of January, really good on this as well, really good. So, yeah, even if you just want more information about that, do give us a call tonight. The call centre open until 10:30 tonight, yeah?
And I've just counted 16 sales.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Just checking yourself.
I just want to look at it. It's just beautiful. Anyway,
we better. Oh, we've only got a couple of minutes, so we better recap everything that we've had on our last show this year. We started with Marella Cruises, formerly Thomson, of course. Now tonight we're going to give you a free upgrade to all-inclusive. That makes a massive difference. All of your tips included. Flights based on London Gatwick, but we have got flights from most UK airports. And don't forget, if you want to add on a 7-night hotel stay in the Costa del Sol, you can do that for only £239. Then what did we have?
We had P&O, one of my favourites, and this is on Azura, and of course, great time of year. This is last-minute deal leaving 27th of January, ID number 117516. You get upgraded to a balcony from under £34 per person per night. And of course, don't forget any of those out there that are strictly fans. We also have got an offer later on in the year. If we get a chance, we'll tell you about that later.
And then we moved on to Norwegian Cruise Line on board the fabulous Norwegian Spirit. We've got the best fare guaranteed on this one, of course. Service charges are included, and you can also, don't forget, add on a 2-night Barcelona hotel stay as well. And it's a really late deal, that one. So the lead date, 14th of January, ID number 112526.
Then we have Princess Cruises on the Sea Princess. This included the 3-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Sydney. Fantastic itinerary, and you can add on nights in Sydney if you do wish, so just ask for the details on that. ID number on that one was 165786.
Then we moved on to the wonderful Celebrity Reflection, one of my absolute favourite ships. Now, don't forget, we've got a lead price of under £1,100, but if you do go for an ocean view and above, you will get a free classic drinks package. You've got the overnight on board in Barcelona, and also if you want to extend your stay for a couple of nights in a row, we can do that for you as well. ID number 130469.
And then, am I allowed to have favourites? Well, I'm going to call it. This is my favourite because I would love to do this. This is Star Clippers, ID number 123846. You get to travel Southeast Asia on a tall ship. 4 masts, 16 sails, just 170 passengers, and absolute bliss. Just imagine being on the cargo now out the front. You know, forget those movies. Create your own memories on this ship. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that will be amazing. It really will. Oh, and you mentioned the P&O, didn't you?
Yes, just to squeeze this one in. For those of you that are fans of Strictly Come Dancing and Ballroom, I don't know whether Neil Oliver's going to be on board. I know he does like to do these cruises. We've got 14 nights around the Western Med, and not only have we got the Strictly Come Dancing, so we're talking Craig Revel, Horwood, Katia and Gorka on that ship. Also, Atul Kutcher will be on board.
Well, we're sadly out of time. We're going to see you next in January 2018.
So
I think
happy
our first show's
Christmas.
the 2nd of January, isn't it?
2nd of January.
Just didn't have a great Christmas with
and
family.
And you guys at home, have a good one.
Thank you to everyone. We love being with you on a Tuesday night. We really, really do. And we'll see you next year. Cheers. I shouldn't have any more. Cheers. We will see you next year. Take care.